Hello everyone, in our last video, we created this VBCS application to display the employee details in the main start page. So this is our page where we are displaying all the employees from the ATP table through ORDS. Now in this video, we want to filter the employees based on the department dynamically. And for that, just above this employee table, we'll add a section where we can pass the department, and based on that, the employees will be displayed. Now if you didn't watch my last video, please do watch to understand how we are fetching the employee details through ORDS in this page. So first of all, we need to add the query parameter in our service connection to pass a particular department. So I'll click on the services, and this is our service connection get employees. I'll click on get, and here I'll add a dynamic query parameter as department to filter the employees. I'll click on the add dynamic query parameter and provide the query parameter name as Q. I'll do not provide any default value and the type will be string. Now I'll click on test. Here in the value section, we'll provide the department value. So for that, within curly braces, I'll write department within quotation, then colon, and we'll pass the value within quotation again. Suppose we want to fetch the employees for IT department. So I'll write IT, and then I'll click on the send request. So in the URL preview, you can see query parameter Q equal to department IT. Now we are getting the response. So here we can see the department is IT, and if we go down, we can see department IT, and for the last employee department is IT as well, which means the query parameter is working fine. Now I'll go to main start page and I'll search for input text. I want to drag this input text just above the employee table. For that, in the left hand panel under the grid row, we have the table. So I'll drag it just above the grid row. So you can see the input text is created. Now in this input text, we'll pass the department in the runtime and we'll get the employees for that department. Now currently live is selected. I'll click on design and click on this text, and I'll change the hint as enter department. Now we have to store the value of the department in a particular variable, and we'll use that variable to fetch the employee details. So for that, I'll go to variables tab, and here I'll create a variable. So I'll click on the plus variable and provide the variable name as v underscore dept, which is department. The type of the variable will be string. Now again I'll go to page designer and click on the enter department. Now I'll go to the data section, and in the value we have to assign the variable. For that, I'll click on this select variable, and we can see v department. I'll select this. Now the variable v department is linked with our input text. So whatever the value we'll provide in the input text, that will be stored in the variable v department. Now we have to use this variable in the query parameter of the table service data provider. So for that, I'll go to variables, and this is the variable get list HDP, which is linked with the table, and the type is service data provider. I'll go down, and here we can see the query parameter Q. So the Q is coming from the service connection get employees, as we have added the query parameter in the service connection. Currently it is not mapped, but we have to pass the value here using the variable v department. So I'll click on Q. Now here we have to use v department in the query parameter. For that, I'll map v department to query parameter Q. So you can see variables.v department, which will provide us the department value at the runtime. But we have to use the correct format in the query parameter that we used in the service connection, and that is within the curly braces we have to write department colon, then again curly braces we have to use IT. The same we have used in the service connection. But IT is hard-coded value. In place of IT, we have to put variables dot v department. So I'll cut this and put in place of IT. But this is not the hard-coded value. So to make it work, I will add a single quote in the beginning, and before the variables we'll close that single quote. Then we'll put plus, and again after the department we'll put plus, and the rest of the string, which are double quote and curly brace, I'll put within a single quote. So this is how we can concatenate the string, then the value from the variable and the rest of the string. Now save it. Now go to page designer and click on the preview button. Currently we are not getting any records because we didn't put anything in the input text, and the variable value is null. I'll provide one department, which is IT, and press enter. We are not getting any records. It seems like we have some issue in this page. To track the issue, I'll right click and click on inspect. Then I'll click on the network. Now I'll reload the page. So you can see all the activities are loading in this page. Now I'll provide IT and press enter. So I'll click on the last row where we'll find the parameter that we are passing. Now here we can see we are passing the queue as department IT, but before IT we have some space. For that we are not getting the records. So I'll close this and go to the main start page. Then under the variables in the get list HDP, I'll click on queue. So before this single quote we have extra space. I'll remove this space and save this. Now I'll preview. Now provide IT and press enter. So you can see now we are getting 3 employees who are from IT department. Now instead of IT, I'll provide admin and press enter. So we are getting the employee for admin department. I'll put sales and enter. We are getting the employees for sales department as well. Now I'll provide some incorrect department like sale and enter. So we are not getting any records. So here whenever we are putting some department and press enter, then the value is assigned with the variable, and using that variable the table service data provider is fetching the records through ORDS for that particular department. Now here instead of using the input text, we can use a drop down where we can select the department. So for that I'll click on the page designer, and here I'll delete the input text enter department. So I'll click on that and delete it. Now I'll search for ComboBox. I'll select ComboBox 1 and drag it just above the table grid row. The ComboBox is successfully created. Now I'll click on it and go to General. Here I'll change the hint as select the department. Now I'll click on the quick start, and here we'll add some static data. For that I'll click on create static list of options, and we have 3 departments, so I'll add all the departments. First of all I'll add IT as label, and the value is IT as well. Then I'll click on plus option and put admin for label and value. Again click on plus and put sales in the label and value section. So these are the 3 departments that we have. Now I'll click on finish. Then I'll click on the data and go down. Here we can see we have 3 static departments. Now we have to assign the variable v department with this combo box. For that, under the value section, I'll click on select variable and choose v department. So the variable is assigned to this combo box. Now we can preview the page. So currently we are not getting any records as the variable value is null. So from the drop down I'll select IT, and see we are getting the records for IT. We'll change the department as admin. We can see the employee for admin department. Now I'll select sales department. So we are getting the employees for sales department. So this is it for this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share this video within your circle. If you have any doubt or any suggestion, put that in the comment section and do subscribe our channel. Thank you.